apologize for that, but in this Atheist Sunday School, we're going to talk about Matthew chapter 5, lesson 14. And this is the Beatitudes. Basically what this is going to be the Beatitudes. You can go to KingJamesBibleOnline.org if you want to see these verses yourself. Also, you can go to Matt Delahunty's channel. He actually goes through the Beatitudes, breaks it down and everything, and he basically tells you why they're not as great as they sound. He does a lot better job than I'm going to do. That's Matt Delahunty. Check him out. His YouTube channel. Introduction. This lesson deals with what is known as the Beatitudes. The term actually means blessed. Again and again in the Bible, God uses the word blessed. Psalms 1:1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Psalms 2:12. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Psalm 31 verse 1 and 2. Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven. Blessed is the man unto whom the Lord imputeth not iniquity. Psalm 33 verse 12. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. Psalm 34 verse 8. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Psalm 41 verse 1. Blessed is he that considereth the poor. They don't consider the poor, do they? They don't care for the poor. It's like, with the abortion issue, they're against abortion, a lot of the more conservative ones. You can watch my video, Bible verses, where I show you exactly in the Bible where God is actually pro-abortion. But they're against it. However, they don't want your taxes to help raise those children and help those women raise those kids. But they don't want those women having their abortions. Psalm 34:8. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Psalm 41 verse 1. Blessed is he that considers the poor. Psalm 65:4. Blessed is the man who thou choosest. Psalm 84 verse 4 and verse 12. Blessed are they that dwell in thy house. Blessed is the man that trusteth in thee. Although the word blessed is found throughout the Bible, there is not a place in the Bible that blessed is mentioned as many times as in Matthew 5. The word blessed means content or spiritually happy. It encompasses all the positive delights in the Christian life, such as contentment, peace, joy, satisfaction, fulfillment, etc. It is an all-encompassing word which indicates completeness in the receipt of Christian blessings from the Lord. Let us look at these Beatitudes. 1. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5 verse 3. There is a certain blessedness about being poor. Then try being poor then. You think this is blessed? You think this is blessed? Oh, I get it, okay. You see, when someone's poor, it's easy to reach them with the gospel. You can brainwash them easier. Because you can say, well, your life pretty much sucks and everything. But if you believe in this Jesus guy, at least he'll get you into heaven. All these rich people, they're going to go to hell, but you'll be in heaven. There's the blessing of knowing who one's true friends are. There is the blessing in knowing that it is easier for the poor to be saved than the rich. See? There is the blessing of more dependence upon God. There's the blessing of the need for prayer. Basically, God will keep you poor as fuck just so you'll be dependent upon Him. There is the blessedness of having to work and make one's own way, which brings self-satisfaction. You mean to tell me that rich people don't work? Or is that what you're trying to say? I think rich people work for what they have, a lot of them. Some of them inherited, but a lot of them have worked. Can't stand the welfare trash, though. Blessed are, and that includes the corporations, Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Matthew 5 verse 4. Again, check out Matt Delahunty's, channel. He does this. He eviscerates these Beatitudes. We normally associated blessings with joy, fun, happiness, etc. But God says there is blessedness in mourning. And Matt Delahunty is M-A-T-T, of course, you know that part. But Delahunty, D-I-L. See, look what happened. I forgot how to spell D-I-L-A-U. I'm sorry, D-I-L-A-H-U-N-T-Y. That's what happens when you deal with a moron. Psalm 94 verse 12 says, Blessed is the man whom thou chastisest. O Lord, Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1 through 3, a good man is better than a good name is better than a precious ornament. In the day of death, than the day of one's birth. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. You can tell whoever said this was just plain suicidal or idiotic. Yes, it is nice and blessed to rejoice, but it is also blessed to mourn. Mourning enables us to go through fires of testing. Therefore we depend upon God. Mourning enables us help others who mourn later, for we can enter into their suffering. Not necessarily, because sometimes, when you're going through crap, you lose somebody, a child, a parent, or whatever. You really don't want to always hear people say, I went through the same thing. It's like, I don't care. It's like, yeah, I understand you did, but that telling me what you went through does not really necessarily help me. Sometimes it feels like you're trivializing what I went through. I know that's not your intention. Mourning gives us more fellowship with God. Mourning makes us realize the inevitable awfulness of the results of sin. Of course, it's different if I ask. 3. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Matthew 5, verse 5. And 1 Peter 3:4, it is said that a good woman is to have a meek and quiet spirit. The word meekness in the Bible means gentle or evenness. To be meek is not to feel oneself to be inferior or superior. Meekness is feeling neither worse nor better than anyone else. It is forgetting oneself, looking down to none and up to none. Well, I do look down on some people. I look down on criminals. I look down on people that follow people like, the Hitler types, the Obama types, the Trump types. For blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Matthew 5, verse 6. What a blessedness it is to have an appetite for good things. Happy is the person who looks forward to the coming to church on Sunday. Happy is the person who looks forward to reading his Bible. Happy is the person who can't wait until Sunday school. Actually, I'm only kidding about looking down on people, Obama and Trump supporters. Yeah, I don't look down on people for their ideology. That was just a joke. Don't take it seriously. I know there's always that one person that gets so angry, you say something. That's why I said it. Because, when people are easy to trigger, you want to trigger them just for the fun of it. Just for shits and giggles. Blessed is the Christian who can't wait until Wednesday night service. To those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, there is always something to which they can look forward. 5. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Matthew 5, verse 7. Merciful means to forgive. Well, I tend to be very forgiving, a little bit too forgiving. Also, I think of others. I'm more likely to think of others than other people are. Like when I'm driving, I leave people in, they have their turn signal in, I let them in, or they're trying to come in, they're coming on an on-ramp. Usually when I do that, make that mistake in doing that, they punish me by going super ass freaking slow, and I can't go around them. If I try to go around them, they speed up to prevent me. Even after I have been freaking nice to them. So this crap about, well, you're going to obtain mercy. Well, no, you're not. And you're not going to get, it tells you, well, you get mercy from God. Yeah, only if you're saved and you already believe. But you already got the mercy by being saved. You can be merciful to other people, and if you're not saved, God ain't going to give a crap. You go to hell no matter what you've done, no matter what good you've done in this world. You can go to heaven no matter what horrors you put in this world, as long as you get saved before you die. 6. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew 5, verse 8. God says that those who are pure in heart are happy. Many times in the Bible we find such statements. Psalms 139, verse 23, and 139, verse 24. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me. In Psalms 19, verse 12, Psalms 19, verse 14, we have such a statement as, cleanse thou me from secret faults. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. David prayed in Psalm 51, verse 10, create in me a clean heart, O God. The Lord reminds us that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Someone has said that the heart is a drawing board for the actions of life. If the heart can stay clean, the life will stay clean. If the heart can stay pure, the life will stay pure. If the heart can stay right, the life will stay right. The heart is the architect who devises the plans for the superstructure. This means that we are to keep pride, jealousy, envy, impurity, greed, covetousness, etc. from our hearts. 7, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Matthew 5:9, there is no joy quite as great as the joy of being a peacemaker. Jesus Christ, as the Son of God, was the great peacemaker. The Lord looks down and says, since my Son is a great peacemaker, I will call all peacemakers my children. Please. This does not mean that all peacemakers are his children. A person can be a child of God and not make peace, but God likes to call peacemakers his children. 8, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Now this is why a lot of these Christians have persecution complex. Of course Muslims do too. Muslims, however, are good at twisting it in such a way that these SJW and politicians and celebrities, who are the dumbest of our society, fall for it. Because, let's face it, social justice warriors, celebrities, and politicians are extremely gullible and stupid. So they fall for this Islamophobia crap. Phobia is irrational fear of something. When you have Muslims blowing things up, that's not exactly being irrational fear of Muslims. Okay, or Islam. Well, Islam, not the Muslim people itself. I love a comment that I read by somebody. There are more than 1 billion Muslims in this world. If they all wanted you to be dead, you'd be dead. Yeah, there's over 1 billion Christians in this world too. And if they wanted you dead, you'd be dead. The thing is this: a lot of those Muslims may not put on bombs, vests, and stuff like that, but how many of them are speaking out against those bombers? How many of them support them? What would happen if a Muslim spoke out against a terrorist? What would happen to him? Read the Quran. 8. Again, wait. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. And see, he has it. They have it underlined and in bold. See, because they have such a persecution complex. They took prayer out of school. No, they did not. You can pray in school. It's just that the teacher can't lead the students in prayer. Oh, they took the Bible out of school. No, they did not. It's just that the teacher cannot force the children to read the Bible. Okay, or the Quran or any other holy book. But they allow Islam in school. Prove it. Matthew 5, verse 10 through 12. And all the other Beatitudes combined, there are only 81 words. In this passage concerning persecution for Jesus' sake, there are 62 words. God says, the most blessed of all are those who take a stand for Jesus and are persecuted for it. This is, of course, what they will say against the liberal Christians. Liberal Christians will not take a stand. They will not condemn homosexuality. They will not condemn this and that and this and blah, blah, blah. And that's true. Liberal Christians will not. They kind of basically ignore a large parts of their Bibles. Now, if they would just ignore the whole thing, and it would be great. Man, my neighbors do let them make noise. A person is supposed to take his stand in a kind way. He is supposed to have the right position and also the right disposition. In doing so, he will be persecuted. There is a blessedness about it. The blessedness that we are suffering with Christ, the blessedness that we enjoy more fellowship with Him, the blessedness that we are paying a price for standing for Him, and the blessedness of knowing the peace of doing right. Conclusion, these Beatitudes do not tell us the way to be giggly or to be always laughing or always joking. These things may be included, but this is talking about the complete scope of Christian satisfaction, how we can be pleased by the Lord. Memory verse, Matthew 5, verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So you got to realize something about these celebrities, and a lot of these social justice warriors tend to come from money. They have more money than the average person, and the politicians. They live in nice big houses. They have guards protecting them. Not the social justice warriors may not necessarily, but they live in nice neighborhoods. A lot of them will. Well, maybe not when they become failures, because who's going to hire one of them, right? But anyways, the celebrities and the social justice warriors are basically useful idiots. But the professors that you are brainwashing them, as well as the celebrities and the what you call politicians, they live in nice homes, gated communities, they get protections. Their children are going to be protected, go to private schools and everything, so they don't have to deal with being blown up and all the other stuff that Islam brings. Christianity would still be doing the same thing, but luckily it was forced in the 21st century. Thanks. Bye.